Let's talk about the Boxcast Spark, a small but mighty encoder that features things like advanced encoding options, built-in backup recording, professional audio inputs, pre-scheduled live streams, and much more. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ryland Russell here. I'm a worship and media arts full-time here at Central Baptist Church in Owasso. Been building out our live stream for years, trying to make it the very best that it can be. And recently, we've switched to the Boxcast Spark encoder. And full transparency, Boxcast did send me the Spark. I do not have to send it back. They also gave me access to the Boxcast platform that we have been streaming on and loving. For years, we streamed straight from our Web Presenter HD up to Restream, and that worked great until the last few months. We started having some bandwidth issues with our upload speed, and we were just getting tons of buffering. The stream was falling apart, going down. People were not tuning in. And so I was like, okay, we got to try something else. Well, Boxcast came in clutch, and ever since we've switched to the Spark using their flow control to be able to mitigate some of those bandwidth issues, it's been great. So how does Boxcast work? Essentially, there's two pieces to the puzzle. You have the hardware encoder that you get from Boxcast, and then you have the platform side of things. So let's dive into the physical encoder, the Box Spark. I have the SDI version, and I'll kind of walk you through what this device is made up of. On the front of the device, you're going to see a nice touchscreen interface that I'll show you later. It features a ring light all the way around that can have indications of different colors, and then inputs for connecting to the Spark. You have your SDI on this version, HDMI on the other version, and then 1/4 inch inputs left and right, a 1 gigabit Ethernet, USB-C, and a DC power barrel. On this side of the device, you see your micro SD card port for recording backup recordings, line input, and real-time headphone monitoring. For mounting options, it comes with two different ones. You have this one that is just attaching onto the back and gives it a little kickstand, which is perfect for tabletop use. Or there is this VESA mount that can go on the back, and you could attach this onto a pole or anything else that can use the standard VESA mount. So the Spark can stream up to 1080p 60. We're doing 1080p at 29.97, and it's been working great. You can connect obviously via the Ethernet port, or there is Wi-Fi available on board as well if you want to stream from Wi-Fi in a pinch. One of the standout features for me for this device is the fact that it can stream over HEVC or H.265 encoding options. But what does that mean? Well, most devices are streaming with H.264, which is usually okay if you have plenty of bandwidth. But H.265 allows some different ways of packaging the video and encoding it to where you really only need half of the bit rate that you would normally need for an H.264 stream. So if you have some lower bandwidth issues for uploading from your church, then this combined with the flow control that we'll talk about really helps you deliver a high quality live stream with low bandwidth. I really do like the LED ring indicator on the outside of the device. It's just a quick way to let you know that you have gone live. We have ours set to be red when live and green when it's ready to go, and you can customize that in the menus. And I really appreciate little things like being able to flip the screen in the software to be upside down. So if you mount this thing on a pole and you want the ports to come out the bottom, now your screen is still oriented correctly. It's a little thing, but I really appreciate it. The only couple of drawbacks I see with the build of this product is there is a tiny bit of fan noise coming out of here. Not a big deal. But really, I think that they could have gone with a locking DC barrel here. Since there is no battery on board in case it does get unplugged, that would have been a nice touch. Okay, so that's the first piece of the streaming puzzle. You've got your hardware encoder that you purchase from Boxcast. Now let's talk about the Boxcast platform and everything that gives you. Another thing I like is that Boxcast lists their pricing on their website. Not all of these companies do that. I don't want to attend your webinar to see your pricing sheet. So Thank you, Boxcast, for doing that. Speaking of pricing, there are a few tiers that you can choose from. Just look at those different options and what they offer. I think the second tier for $89 a month prepaid for a year or $99 month to month is probably going to be the best option for most churches. But if you're okay with just streaming to one platform like YouTube or Facebook, then they offer a cheaper option, $39 a month, and that may be enough for your needs. But for most of us, I think the standard plan is going to be the best bet. You get multiple destinations and some of the other features that we'll talk about. The Boxcast platform is how you're going to manage all of your live streams. And one of the best features about Boxcast is that you can pre-schedule all of your live streams, and they will automatically happen at the exact time that you preset. And so what we've done is we have our broadcast to start at 10:50 a.m. every Sunday morning. There's some little short codes you can put in there, so that way if you put Central Online, and then in brackets the date or something like that, it will automatically repopulate that for all the titles. And this is different than like scheduling a broadcast on YouTube or Facebook. Those don't actually go live automatically. This, through Boxcast, will automatically begin the live stream from your hardware encoder without you having to do anything. And then you have a default end time. Usually you're going to set that further in the future than you're actually going to end. And then you'll just either manage ending the broadcast on the device or in the phone app or on the website. It's really, really easy. But really, one of the biggest selling points for me is the technology of flow control from Boxcast. Being able to use multiple different streaming protocols to mitigate packet loss and make sure that you're delivering a high quality live stream even when your bandwidth is suffering. Basically, there's some magical technical mumbo jumbo stuff happening in the background that makes it better than just sending out an RTMP feed. And in our case, it really has helped. So what does happen when you enable flow control is it is going to add a little bit of a delay to your stream. So it's not going to be immediately live on YouTube. You might have a minute or up to 2 minutes of delay there as it's giving time for all of those packets and information to be able to come in and make sure everything is crystal clear and good whenever it hits those delivery points. Another feature that I've been enjoying using is the clip highlight function. So after your broadcast ends, a lot of times I've been taking our SD cards out and then going to a computer and finding that spot in the sermon to make a reel out of. Well, with the highlight clipping, you can actually do that all in the back end of Boxcast and upload it straight to socials. Or in my case, I just download that little, 55-second clip that I've chosen and bring that into my editor to be able to make the reel. It's really just a quality of life improvement for me, but it's a nice feature to have. Boxcast also offers a rebroadcast function. I know a lot of churches will take maybe one of their Sunday broadcasts and rebroadcast it as like a simulcast on Monday night or Thursday night. We haven't toyed with that yet, but it's really cool that you wouldn't have to, take an SD card and set up a premiere in YouTube. It's just all built into the Boxcast backend, and you can do that really quickly. So we may try that in the future. And let's talk about support. Boxcast offers USA-based live support for you, 9 to 9 on weekdays and Saturday, and then 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. So if something's going wrong with your stream, just hop in there and talk to a live person. You're not going to get that with Blackmagic devices or some other little encoder. So that's another big benefit that you get if you're having issues with the stream. But why would you? Boxcast is going to work perfectly. So yeah, I'm a fan of Boxcast. It's worked great for us. I think they have quality products. They offer quality service. And if you are a church that needs that extra reliability, I think Boxcast is a great thing to look into. I will leave a link in the description of this video that you can access. It just lets them know that you found them through this video, which is great. And I appreciate that support, guys. And if you're someone who obviously wants to take your church's live stream to the next level, I've got a course just for you. It's called Next Level Live Streaming on a Budget, and it is 18 modules packed full of tips, tricks, and cheat codes to help you level up your church's live stream. So check that link in the description as well. If you found this video helpful, why not hit that like button? And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Always trying to post helpful content for my worship and tech friends. You can go ahead and check out this video right here for another worship and tech tip. And remember, guys, we can do a lot of great things. Let's do it all for God's glory. We'll see you in the next one.